Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is now in session. The court is in session with 3 dockets. Court has a trial docket, announcement docket, and a pretrial conference docket. First docket we call in as a trial docket. First case on the trial docket, well, we have 2 cases. Cause numbers M331380 and cause number M327966. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Michael Gallo III. Mr. Gallo, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Gallo? That's good. Mr. Gallo, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Mark Faggett. Attorney Faggett, how are you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor.
And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Colby Hallfire. Attorney Hallfire, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Faggett, what is your announcement in Mr. Gallo's case?
Your Honor, I filed a motion for continuance in both of these cases. I'm going to need a little more time to get prepared. I was not appointed in this case until like August the 14th of 2023, and I had other commitments that had deadlines in other cases. And so I need the opportunity, one, to get to visit with him. I'm going to request a short continuance. In the interim, I may be able to discuss something that may be acceptable for Mr. Gallo with Mr. Hoffpower. I think Pete Doyle had this case for almost 2.5 or 3 years. So I just need a short continuance to make sure I can visit with him. And we'd ask court to grant that. I do not think the state opposes.
Any objection?
There's no objection to it, but if the court knows we're not pleading anything on the trial docket anymore, so if that's what we're potentially doing, we have to be put on the pre-trial docket.
That'll work. However you want to do it. I just need a little more time to visit with him.
Okay, they're going to reset this case to the pretrial conference docket.
The next court date is October 30th.
That'll work.
That's fine, pre-trial.
Okay, the case is reset to October 30th of 2023. Mr. Gallo, your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. Okay. Yes.
I was just drafting the paperwork that we discussed on Friday from that individual,
What is
Mr.
this?
Brown.
Okay.
Megan's office called on there.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay. Okay, so Court is back in session in two cases. Cause number M334230 and cause number M334231. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Sean Quincy Escaine. Mr. Escaine, is that your full name?
Yeah.
How you doing, Mr. Escaine? That's good. Now, Mr. Escaine, your attorney of record is attorney Jerry Swearson Pierce. And
That is not.
you Miss Pierce, identical twin, right?
Yeah. I'm as close as you can get.
Right.
I love her.
Right. And please state your name.
Jane Leger.
Jane Leger. Okay. Now, Mr. Escaine, does Miss your attorney, Miss Pierce, is not present. Does Miss Leger, who is standing in for her sister, attorney Pierce, does attorney Leger have your permission to stand in for attorney Pierce? Okay. And attorney Leger, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Your Honor?
I'm doing fine. Thanks
Just
for
a little
asking.
bit out of my wheelhouse in a criminal courtroom.
Oh, okay. Well, just relax.
I feel much better across the hall.
Yeah. Now, Miss Attorney Leger, what is your announcement in Mr. Escaine's case?
Your Honor, we're going to ask for a reset. Late yesterday afternoon, our 82-year-old mother was admitted into the hospital.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Emergency basis, and Jill is with her and has been with her all night.
Okay.
It's
Okay. How much time do you need?
just a couple of weeks.
State, do you have any objections?
We have no objections, Your Honor, and just to push it, it needs to be a trial date and it needs to be at least the next month so we can get letters out.
Yeah, no less than 30 days. Okay, give us a reset date.
Anytime November's fine. November or December, whatever.
November 6th.
November 6th.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Escaine, this case will be reset to November 6th, 2023. Once you get a copy of your reset from Attorney Leger, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Attorney Leger, we'll be praying that your mother have a full and speedy recovery.
Your Honor, where do I get a copy of the?
Right here. From her. All right, y'all free to go. And y'all have a blessed day.
Actually,
You're welcome.
Day, you do.
Yes, Next case is cause number M332093. Case is style of the state of Texas versus Richard Stephen Pratt.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Pratt is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Pratt, you can take your mic off of mute,
Is it muted right now?
but that's fine. You're not muted. How are you doing, Mr. Pratt?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Pratt, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Brennan Mitchell. Attorney Mitchell, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Judge. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Mr. Mitchell, what is your announcement?
Judge, we'd ask for a continuance. We have a motion for continuance that was filed. Our motion to dispense was originally filed. And then it came to my attention that the blood discovery had not been filed, so that's been filed as of 9/26.
They're looking for blood discovery, which it's been submitted, but it's gonna take a while to get that back. This was also a transfer, Joe. I want to know.
I see it was transferred from
It
County
was.
Court at Law number
However,
2.
There wasn't.
I mean, number 3.
It was transferred though, but it wasn't on my list to even put letters out. So it was within I gotta get it a month.
All right.
So, I mean, I know he needs blood, but I didn't even have it on my list to send letters out.
Okay.
So I gotta make sure it's a month. Yeah,
Okay.
Right.
Well, it's gonna be more than a month if he needs the blood
for
discovery.
sure. But I mean, if it hadn't, it would be on there.
Right.
I gotta make sure I get a month.
Uh,
Yeah,
And that's probably too quick, huh?
that's too quick for the blood, but.
Yeah, because he need blood discovery. Right.
That's perfect. Thank you.
And I understand.
Give us a date.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Fine. Thank you.
December 11th.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Pratt, your case will be reset for trial on December 11th, 2023. Your attorney, Mr. Mitchell, will be given a copy of your reset date. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Mitchell, is this?
sir.
You are, okay,
Several more.
okay. All right.
Thank you.
Next, Mr. K had a cough in the courtroom. And Miss, she can't have that coke in the courtroom either.
I just didn't know.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is cause number M333073. Case is style of state of Texas versus Dustin Lee Tillery.
Yes, Your Honor.
This same docket, page, the next page, page 5. Trial docket, first one at the top. This was a transfer too. Doing fine. This is cause number M333073. Case is style of the state of Texas versus Dustin Lee Tillery. Mr. Tillery, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Tillery? I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Tillery, you're represented in this case by your attorney, Attorney Brennan Mitchell. Attorney Mitchell, what is your announcement?
Yes, Judge, we'd ask for continuance in this case as there's a motion to suppress on file and the blood discovery order was signed by this court on September 19th of this year. It was originally filed, well, it was refiled in this court because it was previously filed in the other court, transferred over. We went ahead and refiled it, you signed it, and so the DA's office.
Oh, so it wasn't signed over there?
It wasn't signed over there.
Okay.
So it got submitted the same day as the
Right.
previous case. If we could put it on the same, it's fine, to put it on the same day as we did.
What is it?
December 11th.
11.
Okay, it's gonna be reset to December 11th, 2023. Mr. Tillery, your attorney is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
all right. The person that's on Zoom that has Mr. Gill, please put your mic on mute. Thank you. Mr. Mitchell, are you here? You also here on Mr. Smith's cases?
Yes.
Okay. Next, two cases on the trial docket. Well, the next, yeah. It's cause numbers M 333-197, cause number M 333-199. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Richard Patrick Trimble. These cases was transferred to
I think most of my documents transferred, yeah.
county court at law number 3. Okay, Mr. Trimble, your full name is Richard Patrick Trimble? How you doing, Mr. Trimble? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Trimble. Your attorney of record is Attorney Bruce Smith. However, standing in for Attorney Smith is Attorney Brenda Mitchell. Does Attorney Mitchell have your permission standing for Attorney Smith? Okay, Mr. Mitchell,
Yes, Your Honor.
what is the announcement in Mr. Trimble's case?
Judge, we are still waiting on the lab discovery to come back. It was signed on 15 June 2023.
Okay.
I haven't yet received that.
We ran it, Judge, and checked last week to make sure it's not available yet.
Okay. Will you give us a reset date?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, this case will be reset December 11th, 2023. So that your attorney will have an opportunity to receive the blood discovery and to review it and to prepare for trial. Okay, now, Mr. Trimble, your cases are reset.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna get your reset from Attorney Mitchell. Once you get your reset from Attorney Mitchell, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
So, you only want to do that. You only want to do that. Yeah. Percent. Yeah. Thank you.
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Next case is cause number M325570. Case is style of state of Texas versus Adam Earl Alvarez. Mr. Alvarez, your full name is Adam Earl Alvarez.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Alvarez?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Alvarez, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Bruce Smith. Attorney Bruce Smith is not here, however, standing in for Attorney Smith is Attorney Brennan Mitchell. Does Attorney Mitchell have your permission to stand in for Attorney Smith?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mitchell, what is your announcement in Mr. Alvarez's case?
Judge, we're ready for trial, except for I still don't have blood back from the order that was signed on 16 November 2022.
Because this was submitted actually directly to Lamar. And it did not transfer, did not give us notice, so we got resubmitted. Once again, if it's given directly to an attorney and not to the office, how do we know? I don't know. So we, as soon as we got that cleared up, that's when we submitted. What the court can do, all I know was it was given to Mr. Johnson directly.
When was,
He was the attorney of record at the time.
he was the prosecutor that was handling the case at the time.
That's exactly the same thing that happened on our case with the visiting judge.
Oh.
I had no notice of. So if I don't know about it, I don't know what, I can't follow through with it.
Okay, so we're gonna reset it for,
Number 11, whatever that date was.
Yeah, I'd say it's honest, but certainly not Mr. Hoffbauer's fault at all.
What's the other one?
okay, that date is December 11th, 2023. Mr. Alvarez. The attorney is gonna get a copy. He's gonna give you a reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go.
Yes,
Thank you, Judge.
So blessed day. Is this the last one you have
Did you got?
for Mr. Smith?
Mr. Smith, yes, I've got two others on the docket, though, Judge.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I've got Mr. Perez and Mr. Ross.
Both of those, Judge. If I'm not mistaken.
What docket? Announcement docket?
No, they're both trial. And the blood discovery as well.
Oh, said,
Raw.
what's his name?
PROS.
What page?
Four.
Yes.
You said page.
Oh, he's here.
Oh, that's your case.
Yes, Judge, both of these are my case.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have him as being here. I didn't, is he here?
Yes, he's here. In the red shirt right there, Judge.
Okay. Okay, this is cause number M331187. Case is style of state of Texas versus Colin Slade Gross.
Either good.
How do you pronounce it? Ross?
Yes.
Okay.
But we did, I got, that's one of the ones that, well, we checked on yesterday. That was sent, but it's not back yet.
Mr. Gross, your full name is Colin Slade Gross.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Gross?
Doing well, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Gross, you're represented in this case by your attorney, Brennan Mitchell. And Attorney Mitchell, what's your announcement in this case?
Ready, except waiting on the blood discovery that was signed on April 18th, 2023, Your Honor. I've not spoken with the counsel for the state. They're working on it.
Yesterday, that's one of the ones we checked on. It's been committed. It's just there. It's not back yet.
Give us a reset. Let me reset December 11th, 2023. You know, we might need to
We'll put them on another
put
day.
these on some other days. Yeah. 18.
18.
Okay, we're gonna reset this case for trial, December 18, 2023. Your attorney is going to get your reset dates. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. All right.
I believe Mr. Perez is my last one.
Yeah. Next case is cause number M330342. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Macario Perez Mendoza. Mr. Mendoza, that's him getting up.
Full struggle. English is, well, he's gonna go. No, I'm not ready to see that.
Well, no, for the trial, because it's over here request.
No, I'm not.
I mean, he might need to understand. Okay.
This is Macario Perez Mendoza. Yes. How you doing, Mr. Mendoza? You okay? That's good. Now, Mr. Mendoza, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Brenna Mitchell. Attorney Mitchell, what is your announcement in Mr. Mendoza's case?
Your Honor, we're ready, except waiting on the blood discovered to return. I spoke with prosecutor's office. It was another issue where it was the attorney of record at the time it was served, and so it got lost in translation. They did find the signed order, and they are currently working on it.
That's correct.
You have no objections, state.
No objection. 1218 is fine.
Hold on a minute. Okay, hold on a minute now. Mendoza. Mendoza.
Sorry.
Now I was looking for his case on here, Perez Mendoza. There it is. Let's see if I got some other conditions. So be that in a second.
We did not have a vehicle to.
Okay, but you still need to have conditions.
No, I just.
Yeah.
Making it work.
Order, I see bond conditions right here. Since 21. Yeah, he has it. Okay. You can get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, right.
Wait, five, one,
Yes, sir. This is a case that, well, actually, two cases. I didn't find out there were two cases until real recently that were in Judge Wood's court, were transferred over here when it was set for trial over there. And I'm not sure exactly what the status is of that. I'd like to ask if we could either have it reset or at least let me talk to the prosecutors about it today. I think it should be one that could be resolved, but I didn't even realize there were two cases until recently from the same incident. So I really need some time to talk to the prosecutor.
Judge, I'm okay with resetting it, but we're not gonna plead off the trial docket, so reset will be better. If that's
Well,
okay. I'm just not gonna plead, we're not pleading on the trial docket anymore, so I can't, if we talk about it and come to resolution, that would violate what I'm talking about, so a reset would be best, so I can talk to Mr. Grove before that.
He also had a prior attorney, he had Pete Doyle, who was removed, and I got brought in about 2 weeks ago. I'm not saying that, we'll plead off, I'm not trying to question your policy,
I
but
know,
it's just one of those things where I'm not sure where we are.
Understood.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I think a reset would be better, Judge, if that's all right, so we.
Yes, sir. So we have some.
We have 7 pages of a trial document, we got a special.
Yes, sir, and it's one of those things, that it's an unusual situation, it's not the,
Okay, how much time you need?
I would say probably how much, a month?
That's fine, it's November.
I don't know that that's necessary, and I don't think that it is, but I'll leave it up to the
Free
prosecutor.
trial document would be better, Glenn,
Okay.
with them, and that doesn't need to, that can be late. That's fine.
Okay. This case is reset November 6, 2023. Mr. Grogan, your attorney will get your resets. Once you get your resets from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You just.
Thank you. Mr. Grove, you have anything else?
No, sir.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. I'm trying to just, I'm sorry.
No,
This is.
thank you, though. Talk to you later.
Is Ty Pham present? I see Mr. Boudreau here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, your client is,
In custody.
oh, okay, I see that. Yeah, he's in custody. I wonder if does he have he has a felony case.
I'm not sure.
I see here they say he has a felony case.
Yeah.
So his felony case is probably set today. In felony court. And depending on what happens in the felony court, we could either reset the case on the same day of your felony, or if it gets disposed of, then we may be able to just reset it on our jail docket on Thursday.
That'd be fine, so.
Okay, so we'll have our court coordinator check up on it. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Page 1 of the announcement docket, the second case. Next case is cause number M331526. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Dwayne Edward Carlisle.
That's a trial, John.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Carlisle. How are you doing?
I'm good, you, sir?
I'm doing fine. And Mr. Macon, how are you doing?
It's Monday.
Okay. Now, Mr. Macon, I think we were originally set last week. Is that correct?
We were.
And then we,
moved us to number 2 tomorrow,
right.
and then we were told.
Well, yesterday, just an announcement, because they have a visiting judge has a number 1 setting.
Yes.
And if that doesn't go, then your case will go. I think that's what we talked about last
Yes,
week. Okay, so it's the same.
Same
Okay.
day here at 1:30.
1:30 tomorrow. All right, see y'all tomorrow. All right,
Very good, sir.
all right, same to you.
Okay.
Okay, what else do we have? So. What is she done? Mr. Lodge, she was that she left.
You left, go check the felony that their clients got
Oh, okay,
somewhere.
okay.
Yeah, on, the free trial document, everything is here. Page 2, at the bottom.
Next case is clause number 23CCCR 0228. Case is style of state of Texas versus Juan M. Rodriguez. Morning. Mr. Rodriguez, your full name is Juan M. Rodriguez? Yes. How you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, and see you represented by Attorney Odell.
Yes.
All right, good morning, how you doing, Attorney Odell? That's good. Now, Attorney Odell, what's your announcement?
We're announcing wedding.
State, this is a traffic,
Stage ready.
ready, okay,
Just put it on the list. We got two number ones ahead.
yeah, we need to see, y'all have to be back tomorrow at 1:30.
Not particularly old, only a year old, but.
Yeah, I see offense date of 6/21/22. Okay. We'll let you know if it changes. Okay, but be here tomorrow at 1:30. Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
You gonna give them a reset. Once you get reset, you'll be free to go. Have a blessed day. Let's see. Next case is on the announcement docket. Cause number M334264, case of style of state of Texas. Is it Annie Williams? Is she here?
She's not, Judge. She's in drug impact court this morning.
Okay.
On a felony, so we are gonna ask for a reset.
Okay. Now, what she needs to inactive. So she's not in custody, right?
No, she's not in custody, but.
Okay, she needs to make an appearance
Okay,
here once she finished with felony?
Drug impact.
Yeah, just come over here and she could announce.
Let me try to give her a call and see if I can get that.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not sure if she's aware.
Okay. Next case is cause number 23CCCR 1290, case of style of state of Texas versus Jada Knighton. Oh. This is one of this one doc. This is not. Mr. Knight, your full name is Jada Knighton. How you doing, Mr. Knight? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. I need some bond conditions on this case. Mr. Knight, you're here represented by your attorney Marvin Lewis. Attorney Lewis, how are you doing? That's good. Now, Mr. Lewis, what is your announcement in Mr. Knighton's case?
Yes, Mr. Knighton also currently has a felony pending under 250. We appeared there this morning before we came in here. It's been sent to another master docket, so we're asking.
You have that court date?
I don't, she did not give us.
Okay. Before Mr. Knighton leave, I need to give him some bond conditions.
Okay.
Mr. Guru, I need a copy of these bond conditions. Thank you. So Lewis, would you please hand these bond conditions to your client? Mr. Knight, the attorney, Mr. Lewis, just handed you a document that is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. Do you see that title? I'm going to go over these bond conditions with you. And this states as follows: following the return of a criminal information in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein or orders subject to the additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition? Yes. Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who, A, refuses to submit to a test of drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition? Now, condition number 3 and condition number 4 does not apply. Now, condition number 5 does apply. Condition number 5 states the defendant is prohibited from possessing a firearm or ammunition unless defendant is a peace officer as defined by section 1.07 Penal Code, actively engaged in employment as a sworn, full-time paid employee of a state agency or political subdivision. Do you understand that condition? Now, Mr. Knighton, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond may be revoked, and if your bond is revoked, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. You'll be arrested, placed in Jefferson County Jail. And do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Now, your case is being reset. We don't have the reset date now because the felony court hadn't put it in the computer. However, our court coordinator is going to continue to check the computer, and once she gets that date, she'll send the date to your attorney and your bondsman. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Lewis, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Everyone's up.
Becky, you have another case?
I do, Your Honor, it's with Mr. Garza. 3315200-0, he's here. Not broke.
Yeah. Say Garza.
He is,
Oh, okay. David Daniel Garza.
what, Your Honor, it's on the NTRP, but he just advised me that he is awaiting sentencing in his felony case. So we'd ask that it be reset. I think this is for announcement, but I think it's probably.
When is the sentencing? Hold on a minute. She's gonna check.
My lawyer wasn't here. Are you asking what I'm gonna get?
No. We had the date. So you came, your sentencing date was today?
Yes, sir.
And so you say your attorney wasn't here, and so they reset it? Did they give you a date?
No.
Tell me to get in touch with my lawyer and.
Okay, so what,
Represents him on the felony.
okay, so what we'll do is reset this on the same date of your felony. Our court coordinator is gonna continue to check the computer. Once she gets the date, she's gonna send notice to your attorney, to your bondsman. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. On that day, you need to come here, check in, go take care of your matter down there, and then come back here. Your attorney will be here. Okay, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
Thank you,
You're
Your
free to go
Honor.
as well. Yes. Hold on, before you leave, Mr. Garza, hold on. Does he have bond conditions? Hold on a minute.
So,
We need to make sure he has
Yeah.
bond conditions. It's just on the announcement down here.
I think this is actually the MTRP, Your Honor.
Oh, this is, okay, this is MTRP, okay. So he's free to go, and you have a blessed day. Yes, the MTRP.
He's present, Judge on Zoom.
Yeah, let's do this if we can call like this. He's on the, is that pre-trial conference? Yes, on page 2, the second one. Or first and second. Okay, this is cause numbers M331730 and cause number M331956. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Torrey Vincent Stone King. Mr. Stone King is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Stone King, you can take your mic off of mute. Okay, you just put it on mute. Take it off of
there-
mute. Okay,
There it
Mr.
is.
Stone King, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Okay,
Good day.
now, you having a good day?
It's a good day, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, good day to you too. Now, Mr. Stone King, you're represented in your case by your attorney Tom Kelly. Attorney
Yes,
Kelly,
sir.
Judge, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Kelly, what's your announcement in Mr. Stone King's cases?
Tori has paid the JP fine to Judge Burnett's court. That was the resolution that the government and us got to in this case. I have the receipt. I've sent it to Mr. Hoffpower, but I've been advised that I need to physically take it to the DA's office.
Okay,
And so I will. I'll do that as soon as I can, and then that should result in these two cases in your court being dismissed and this. being
Okay.
done.
is that correct?
That's correct, Judge. Look, it has to be, that's the rule. I can't do it by email or we've had people email me, Seguro,
Okay,
and I can't help you.
okay. So you're gonna do that today?
I'm gonna do it ASAP, Judge.
Okay. Now, Mr. Stone King, your attorney is gonna turn in your receipts that shows that you took care of the JP cases. And once he does that, these cases are going to be dismissed. So you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
It'll be-
Today on
That's what he said.
He's doing it today. and
He said he has it
keep
right
doing
now.
it. Obviously.
He said as soon as possible, and he said that. I'm.
I just need a week. I'm gonna
Okay.
have it done as soon as I can. We're gonna have it done.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Okay, Mr. Stone King, your attorney says he's gonna do that within the week.
Right.
He'll do it by October 9th. So you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Okay. Next case is cause number M3333486, case is style of state of Texas versus Judas Garcia. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Mr. Garcia,
Yes, sir.
okay, you need to remove your hat.
Sorry about that.
Okay, now, Mr. Garcia, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Garcia, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, how are you doing?
Great to see you today.
All right. Now, Mr. Galmore, what's your announcement?
We're going to ask for pretrial diversion on this case, Judge. So if we could have an announcement date in December, may take care of it.
Second week? Yeah.
That will be December 11th.
Okay, this case will be reset to December 11th, 2022. I mean, excuse me, 2023. Mr. Garcia, your attorney, your bondsman will be given notice of your reset dates. Once you get recess from the court is going to give you your reset date of December 11th, 2023. Your attorney, your bondsman will give a notice of your reset dates. You're free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman, and you have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. And Mr. Garcia, you need to be in court here in person on that day.
Okay, correct. Gotcha.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll hold on the other one, if Judge.
Salazar,
Yeah, we'll hold on.
okay.
Well,
Now, Mr. Minez, you appeared last week, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And, hold on a minute. Your case was reset until this week because you had a felony set this week, is that correct? Does he doesn't have bond conditions on this one?
Yes, sir. You get him.
I see it here, says bond conditions given. Okay, I just didn't see them in the, I guess they haven't e-filed them yet, it's not. Yeah, so they hadn't been e-filed yet. Okay, so, Mr. Munez, what date is your felony case set?
11/6/23.
Okay, we're gonna reset this case on the same day.
Yes, sir.
And so you're gonna do the same thing that you did today. Come here, check in, we'll take care of the felony, then come back here.
Yes, sir.
Our court coordinator is gonna reset your case. Once she resets your case, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Okay, so that's 11/6.
Yes, sir.
Justin Trustclair. This is cause number 23 CCCR 1652. Look like Mr. Trustclair has a felony set today too. Do we know anything about whether he appeared on his felony? Glenda, could you check? Okay, we'll check to see if he appeared on his felony. Mr. Trustclair, if his felony case is reset, would you want this case set on the same date, Mr. LeBlanc? Now, if it's disposed of, we normally just reset it till Thursday, till our jail run back. Okay, so that's what we do. All right. You're free to go and you have a blessed day. That's your only one? Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, the court will be in recess. Okay. Do we have Salazar? Okay. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in 2 cases, cause numbers M333-128, cause number M333-138. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Sergio Omar Salazar. Mr. Salazar, would you please come forward? Mr. Salazar, your full name is Sergio Omar Salazar?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Salazar?
Very good.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Salazar, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, how are you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Okay, state is represented by Attorney Haley Simmons. Attorney Simmons, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
All right, I'm a student attorney. And Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement?
Judge, we'd like to reset this to the plea docket. If possible, we would ask for 2 weeks from today.
Okay, hold on a minute.
16th.
Okay, so you said you need a 2-week reset?
Yes, October 16 would be our preference. so
October.
Here.
Okay, you can stand in front of the court coordinators. She'll reset your case.
October 16th. Some Sergio's.
For plea.
That's all right. Should be- should talk to him.
That's the last case you have, Mr. Galmore?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, you free? You have a blessed day. Mr. Padgett, you ready on yours?
I'm
Waiting
ready.
on discovery, Judge. A friend of-
Well, I have 2 other cases we can approach them.
Okay. Let's see which one,
Oh.
Mr. Kimler?
Two of them draw like it.
Mr. Kimler, cause number, let's see, you have, Catherine Cormier? Cormier? Cause number M331-930. This case is on the trial docket.
Good, felony probation, Marcia?
Yeah.
She's on felony.
Okay, so this case is on the trial docket. What is your, ready?
Just ready, Judge.
State, ready? Okay. Be back tomorrow.
Sir?
No,
No, this is,
Yeah,
I think it happened at the same time she got,
but,
I should have taken care of what the felon.
we'll reset it to plea document.
Oh, you got it, oh, it went at the same time.
No, this is way before that.
So evidently she got this case before she got off.
It's up to you. We want reset to a plea document and plea and put on final paintings. We can do it. or we can try.
I think this was-
Well, that- But okay.
Try it.
So which y'all,
Keep it on the list, too.
okay. So, okay, be back tomorrow at 1:30.
You want her back at 1:30?
Yes.
All right, be back at 1:30.
Okay, next case is cause number M332200. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Robin Elizabeth Mars.
Mark,
One more.
Vance, Pluto, either one.
Miss Mars, your full name is Robin Elizabeth Mars. How you doing, Ms. Morris?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Morris, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Ralph Kimler. Attorney Kimler, what's your announcement? Ms. Ready, state?
State Treasurer.
Okay, so y'all be back tomorrow at 1:30.
I hope we'll be out here. When,
And Mr. Kimler, these are the only two cases?
I believe so.
Okay,
She's a physician, yeah.
you get a recess.
So-
Both these cases are trials for tomorrow. Mr. Kimler,
This was your, come on.
They send me a message, I'll do that.
Who did what? Who sent you?
Hmm? He does? On what day?
A very bad.
You think that I worry about?
Page 2, I know.
I didn't think so. What is it? You could do that.
Okay. Mr. Kimler. You have Travis Foray or Foret?
Right.
Another one too. This is cause number M334070. This case is on the announcement document.
We'll save for trial, yeah.
You want to reset it for trial?
Yes.
Give us a trial date.
Tomorrow, 1:30.
You said November the 13th?
Somebody. Anybody.
Okay, Mr. Foray, the case will be reset to November 13th. Your attorney will give a notice of your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You good?
Next case is cause number M333848. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Shane Kendrick. What happened to Shane Kendrick? He announced earlier. On page 3 of the announcement docket, first one.
What? Did he,
Next door. Does he have another court date? I mean, another case?
I thought he had a felony.
That's what I think she may have said.
no, it doesn't say.
Kendrick, Shane Kendrick,
Check in earlier.
right.
Well, maybe he's
Call the name of Shane Kendrick at the courthouse door.
four inches. Oh, it's-
That's him there.
There he is.
This is cause number M333848, case of style state of Texas versus Shane Kendrick. Mr. Kendrick, is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Kendrick?
Good.
That's good. Mr. Kendrick, you represented your case by your attorney, Ralph Kimler. Attorney Kimler, what is your announcement in Mr. Kendrick's case?
I'll try.
Does he have he's a penny felony or doesn't?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have one.
He said he had one.
Oh, come here.
Okay, give us a reset date.
Trial,
Yes.
November 13th.
Okay, this case will be reset to November 13th, 2023 for trial. You get your reset from your attorney. You'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Kimler, I think this is your last case. You're free to go as well. You have a blessed day. Next case is cause number M334194. Case is style of the state of Texas versus Christopher Cooper. Mr. Cooper, your full name is Christopher Cooper. How you doing, Mr. Cooper? That's good. Now, Mr. Cooper, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing?
Hey, doing what, sir?
That's good. Mr. Adams, what is your announcement in Mr. Cooper's case?
He got his work released.
He reset on his felony case.
As a fellow, okay, you want to reset on the same date?
If you want, you can send them both to trial.
No.
But it's in Raquel West courtroom, and today.
Would you say you don't have a date? I thought he said it was set for trial.
It is, that's what you told me.
But there's not a date.
Oh, you know, so what happened is they must not have put it into the system for the date. Burbank is his lawyer on the felony.
Okay. So we're gonna reset this case on the same date of his felony case.
Correct.
And give us a reset date. Well, no, she'll check the computers and then she'll send notice to your attorney and to your bondsman. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. You're free to go. And you have a blessed day. Okay. This is Christopher Cooper. Next case is cause number M334262. Case is style of state of Texas versus Samantha Jackson Barry.
Your announcement.
Yeah, I don't know if she was, I don't see her.
You're very disappointed if she's not here.
Samantha Bear. Samantha Berry.
I'm deflated at this point, Your Honor. No.
Okay. Samantha Barry's scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At or about 9 a.m. Samantha Barry. Name was called Samantha Barry, did not answer. Samantha Barry has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. Samantha Barry's name was just called again, and the time is 10:43 a.m. on today's date of October 2nd, 2023. Ms. Berry has been given a reasonable time to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. State, you have a motion. That motion will be granted. Samantha Berry's bond will be forfeited and warrant shall be issued for arrest and cause numbers M333568.
Your Honor, if I can get Ms. Berry here within the next 15 minutes or so, Mr. Hoffman, would you consider with the motion?
We'll see, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Did it very quick.
Next case.
Here is,
You start the clock?
starting the clock.
Okay.
Okay. Next case is cause number M330526. Case of style of state of Texas versus DeCoven Coleman. Mr. Coleman, your full name is DeCoven Coleman. How you doing, Mr. Coleman? That's good. Mr. Coleman, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Padgett. Attorney Padgett, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor.
Mr. Padgett, what is your announcement in Mr. Coleman's case?
Your Honor, we're on the trial docket now. I've been in the back working with Mr. Hoffpower, and we've actually worked this case out, so it will no longer be a trial. I have two offers from Mr. Hoffpower. One of them is a jail offer. I am asking that you would place this case on your plea docket. It will be disposed of either by way of probation or by way of a jail offer that Mr. Hoffpower has made. And I would ask that the court give us 60 days on this so he can arrange some. He has to give him notice on a job that he has. He really wants to do the jail time and what he wants to do, but I have an alternative offer in case that fell through.
Okay,
Okay,
give us a reset date, pre-trial conference act. 60.
It will be disposed of one way or the other on that day.
December 4th.
Perfect. Plenty of time.
Okay, this case reset to December 4th. Mr. Coleman, you get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Are you ready? Fine, I just want to make sure I don't want to feel. No, something is there, that's something like that.
Next case is cause number M 330148. Case is style the state of Texas versus Derek Ryan Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins, will you please come forward? Mr. Jenkins, your full name is Derek Ryan Jenkins?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jenkins. Okay. Mr. Jenkins, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Jenkins, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jenkins, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Jenkins?
I'm doing great. How about you, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Jenkins, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Padgett, Attorney Padgett. You waive a record in Mr. Jenkins' case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Jenkins, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information alleges that on or about October 16 of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed a Class A misdemeanor offense of possession of controlled substance. Mr. Jenkins, you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to discharge Mr. Jenkins, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No comment.
Now, you're pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jenkins, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on the line that is next to a box that's checked no contendere, which means no contest. Now, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
And on page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant.
Yes.
Now, just for the record, you pleaded no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
And you pleaded no contest?
Yes, sir.
Okay, of your own free will. Now, Mr. Jenkins, I also have before me a document that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there's one box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that
Yes, sir.
statement? The next document that I have is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Jenkins, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jenkins, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me states exhibits number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment, and states exhibit 2, probable cause affidavit, which is in the court's file. State, would you like to offer states exhibits 1 and 2?
Yes, sir.
Any objections?
Objections to states 1 or 2?
No objections. States exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Padgett, you've advised in counsel, Mr. Jenkins, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Jenkins, your attorney, Mr. Paget, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jenkins, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
Exchange for a plea of guilty or no contest, state's agreed to recommend 1 day in Jefferson County Jail, $1,000 fine, and court costs. The defendant has credit for 1 day in jail.
That is our understanding, Your Honor.
Very 97.
397. Yes, okay. Mr. Jenkins, the state is offering that you serve 1 day in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to spend any time in Jefferson County Jail because you already spent 1 day in the Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. You will also be required to pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs. The total fine and court costs is $1,397. Would you be able to pay that court cost?
Yes, sir.
I mean, the fine and court costs?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Jenkins, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Jenkins, the court will follow the plea bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state. Mr. Jenkins, you're gonna stand next to your attorney, follow the directions of our clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go pay. Not in court costs.
Bring the receipts back.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
all right, you're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Clients,
Yes, sir.
up on Zoom, yeah.
We have Mr. Gill. Next case is cause number 23-CCCR 0140. Case is styled State of Texas versus Danielle King. Ms. King, your full name is Danielle King? How are you doing, Ms. King? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. King. You're represented in the case by your attorney John West. Attorney West, how are you doing?
Great, Your Honor.
Hey, now, Mr. West, Mr. King's case is on the course of trial docket. What is your announcement?
Right here.
State.
Straight to the judge.
Okay, so we're gonna need you and your client back tomorrow at 1:30. Ms. Segura is gonna give you a reset. Once you get your reset from you, Ms. Segura, you'll be free to go?
Except
Mhm.
back tomorrow, 1:30, right?
Yes,
Okay.
till tomorrow, yeah. Okay, all right, y'all have a blessed day.
Twenty 23 case, that's the last one.
Oh, it is? Yeah, I see, John West.
I'm back there.
We'll let you know. Yeah, once we get there. Yeah. Okay, who else we have? Don't have no Christina Lee Jarrell. Cause number M331980. Ms. Jarrell, is that your full name, Christina Lee Jarrell?
Yes,
How you doing, Ms. Jarrell?
well, and you,
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Jarrell, okay, yeah, I see here where she had a pending felony.
Yes, sir.
And, what was the status of that
We
felony?
announced right this morning, however, the state's witnesses were unavailable, so they announced not ready in the court release.
Okay, did y'all get a reset date?
They didn't give us a date, you know how they have the felony, was always in the dates later that afternoon.
Okay, so, Ms. Jarrell, our court coordinator is gonna continue to check the computer for a court date. Once she gets that court date of your felony case, we're gonna set this case on the same day. So, we'll send that information to your attorney and your bondsman. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go
thank you.
and you have a blessed day.
You as well.
All right. That's Dustin. Felony.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, Judge, can you hear me?
Hold on a minute. This is Mr. Gilmore.
Right after 15 minutes.
Okay, this is. Okay, Mr. Galmore, you calling in for Mr.
I must
Gilthorpe?
be calling in for Mr. Gilthorpe. I got a message asking if I could appear on him real quick. I did not know I was supposed to appear on him today, though.
Okay, but I think it was Jesus Gill. He was, oh, there he is. Mr. Gill is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Gill, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Gill, you're represented in your case by your attorney Jerry Gilthorpe. Attorney Gilthorpe is not present. However, standing in for Attorney Gilthorpe is Attorney Galmore. Does Mr. Galmore, you have your permission to stand in for Attorney Gilthorpe?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement in Mr. Gill's case?
Judge, I have to ask for a continuance or at least announce not ready. Mr. Gilthorpe's not here. He's been gone for over a week, and I can't communicate with him right this second to find out exactly what's going on, to be honest with you. I was not prepared to announce for him this morning.
Okay, state. You have any objections?
No objection. The attorney's out of town. I mean,
Yeah, we don't know. He was saying no way. I mean, he hadn't communicated with anyone about
I mean,
it.
I don't, it needs a motion for consent, but we have no objection.
Okay, give us a reset.
On the trial,
Yeah, maybe.
November 13th.
Okay, this case is gonna be reset to November 13th. Okay, Mr. Galmore, this case is being reset to November 13th, 2023 for trial. Mr. Gill, you're free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney, your advisor, and Mr. Galmore, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next case is cause number M333568, case of South State of Texas versus Samantha Jackson Berry. Ms. Berry is appearing via Zoom. Ms. Berry, your case was called earlier. The state had moved for bond forfeiture. The court granted that bond forfeiture, and however, your attorney asked the state to give you at least 15 more minutes to make an appearance, and the state would withdraw that bond forfeiture. Is that correct?
That's correct. Judge.
Okay, so this bond forfeiture is being withdrawn. Mr. Paget, what is your announcement in Ms. Berry's case?
Your Honor, we're prepared to place this on a plea docket. I have two offers from the state of Texas. I would like to sit down and explain both options to my client. So if you would give us 30 days, the case will be disposed of.
Okay, Ms. Berry, you need to be here in person on that court date.
Yes, sir.
October 30th.
This case is being reset to October 30th of 2023. Your attorney is going to get your reset. Once he gets your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. You're reset. Just stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. All right, so you're free to go,
Yes,
Ms.
sir.
Berry.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. And that's all my business for the day. May I be excused?
Yes, you may be excused. You have a blessed day. Next case is cause number 23CCCR 2073. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus DeShante Jill Maria Allison.
Yes.
Miss Allison, your full name is DeShante Jill Maria Allison. Miss Allison, would you please raise your right hand? Miss Allison, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Miss Allison, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Miss Allison? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Miss Allison, you're representing this case by your attorney Marvin Lewis. Attorney Lewis, do you waive a record in Mr. Allison's case?
We do, Judge.
Miss Allison, I have before me a document that is titled information sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, DeShante Jamaria Allison, on or about October 26th of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault. Do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Guilty. Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Ms. Allison, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. You place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next document that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there's one box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document. This other document is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Miss Allison, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Miss Allison, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1 into evidence?
Yes, sir.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted into evidence. Mr. Lewis, you have advised and counseled Miss Allison. Is there any evidence that she is mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Allison, your attorney, Mr. Lewis, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Allison, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, sir.
What is that agreement?
Saying for plea of guilty or contest, state to be recommended 1 year deferred adjudication. There's a 0 fine, court costs, waiving community service hours, all over standard terms and conditions.
Okay. Ms. Allison, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During that probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine. However, you will be required to pay a court cost of $277, plus a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you are on probation, is $108 a month. Will you be able to pay the $108 each month?
Yes, sir.
Now, you will not be required to perform any community service. However, you will be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Allison, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Allison, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Allison, you're going to stand next to your attorney, follow the directions of the clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And I might add, if you successfully complete this probation, this case will be dismissed. It would not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Okay, please stand next to your attorney in front of the clerk. You're welcome. You're welcome. And y'all have a blessed day.
Trust me.
Looking for.
Yes. And,
That's been
3 months ago.
Hold on a minute. It says about 2 or 3 months ago. Okay, Mr. Kimball, your cases are reset to October 30th, 2023. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Alan.
No, that's gonna be a trial.
It's going on. Not today, because I'm going to try.
Okay,
Okay.
let me go ahead on and get,
I'm going to do plea paperwork for one of my people after trial.
okay, that's fine.
And then,
Then we'll call you other cases.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Next case is cause number M331620. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Hartman Joseph Shashon. Or Chason,
He's present.
Mr. How do you pronounce your last name? Chason? Chason, okay. Mr. Chason, how are you doing?
Good.
That's good. Now, you're representing your case by your attorney, Kevin Lane, Attorney Lane. How are you doing?
Fine, Your Honor, thank you.
Now, Mr. Lane, I see that Mr. Chason has a felony case that is also set.
He does, Your Honor.
And what is your announcement in Mr. Chason's case?
Your Honor, we are ready. I believe this is,
It's on the announcement docket.
yes, sir. But we're number 2 on the trial docket and now in Judge Templeton's court. That could determine the outcome of your case. In his
Okay.
court. So if I can update the court with
Let's
an
not,
announcement.
we're gonna hold it on our docket while we're waiting on that.
That is just an announcement.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a trial docket.
Well, Your Honor, if we could have another announcement docket and put it and have it coincide with the felony.
So
Problem is,
let me ask you this. So his case is set for trial in Judge Templeton? That's what you're
Yes,
saying?
We've been sent by Judge Stevens to.
Over there, okay.
Now, we're number 2 over there.
You're number 2 in Templeton,
Yes, sir.
okay. So,
To not hold you guys up, if you'd like to reset it on the same date as the felony.
well, we don't know, if it doesn't go,
If
Yes,
it
sir.
doesn't go, then
Yes,
that's
sir.
good.
yeah,
That's fine.
we can do that. Now,
Okay.
if it goes, then we'll wait for the disposition,
Yes, sir.
and then we can figure out what date we could put it on.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll do that and we'll update the
Okay.
board on the status of that.
Okay, so you're number 2 and, okay. All right, y'all free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You ready? Okay. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number M3266148. The case is styled State of Texas versus Crystal Shavetta Foxhall. Ms. Foxhall, is that your full name?
Yes.
Ms. Foxhall, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Foxhall, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may put your hand down. How you doing, Ms. Foxhall?
I'm willing.
I'm doing fine. And thanks for asking. And Ms. Foxhall, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, how are you doing?
Great, Judge. Thank you.
And Mr. Gertz, do you waive a record in Ms. Foxhall's case?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Foxhall, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Crystal Shavetta Foxhall, on or about November 1st of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of deadly conduct. Ms. Foxhall, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes.
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily,
Yes.
and are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Ms. Fox, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that says guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant, Foxhall. Is this your signature?
Yes.
On the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
Do we have the, I also have before me a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes.
Ms. Foxhall, before you sign and initial these documents, all these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Ms. Foxhall, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1 in evidence?
Yes, sir.
Any objections?
No, Judge.
No objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted into evidence. Mr. Gertz, you advised and counseled Ms. Foxhall, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, none, Judge.
Ms. Foxhall, your attorney, Mr. Gertz, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Ms. Foxhall, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, sir.
And what is that agreement?
Exchange for plea of guilty in a contest that is agreed to recommend 1 year deferred adjudication and community supervision, $1,000 fine and court costs, 80 hours community-based service, and standard terms and conditions.
Do we know, let's see, what is her court costs? 366. Okay, Ms. Foxall. The state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs of $367. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you are on probation, is $207 a month. Will you be able to pay the $207 each month?
Yes.
You will also be required to perform 80 hours of community service, and you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Now, Ms. Foxall, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Think the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Ms. Foxall, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Foxall, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will not result in a conviction on your record, and it will be dismissed, and you may qualify for what is called a non-disclosure. Your attorney, Mr. Gertz, could talk to you about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Ms. Foxall, you're gonna stand next to your attorney, follow the directions of our clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Your Honor, Mr. Gertz has 2 other on the trial docket, but I believe he's number 1 in the CBC. So,
Okay, let's see, Gertz. Oh, okay. Okay, we have, next case is cause number M332284, case is style of state of Texas versus Brandon Gaskin. Mr. Gaskin is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Gaskin, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor, and you?
I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Gaskin, you're represented in this case by your attorney Brian Gertz, who is present in the courtroom. Now, Mr. Gertz, what is your announcement, Mr. Gaskin?
Judge, I'm going to be in trial in a murder case in Judge Stevens' court this jury starting tomorrow morning.
Okay.
So I'm unavailable for trial.
Okay, so we're gonna give us a reset date? Yes. What did y'all say?
November 13th.
Okay, this case will be reset to November 13th, 2023. Mr. Gaskin, you heard your attorney. He will be picking a jury. He'll be in trial in another case in district court this week, so he's unavailable to try this case. So this case is being reset for jury trial on November 13th, 2023. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You'll be given notice of this reset date. Thanks for being patient with us. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
you got one more Haley on the side of the road.
Okay, this is cause number M332162. Case is style of state of Texas versus Musa Wakona Haley.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Haley, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
That's good. Mr. Haley, you represented by your attorney Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, what is your announcement in this case?
Judge, I'm going to be in trial in Judge Stevens' court in a murder case with my client is in custody. I'm unavailable this week. Okay.
Now, Mr. Haley, this case is going to be reset, as your attorney is unable to try two cases at one time. He probably would say he probably
do that. He thinks about it. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to reset your case. Okay. And it's gonna be reset to November 13th, 2023. Your attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. Thanks for being patient with us. You have a blessed day.
You don't have a-
Yes,
Two
right.
pre-trials. that
Right.
need resettings on. and
You have
that I'm not ready to.
Travis Bruce. Who's Travis? Okay. This is cause number 23CCCR0464. It's on the announcement docket. Mr. Bruce, your full name is Travis Colton Bruce.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Bruce?
Outstanding. Okay, better.
Oh, that's good. Now, Mr. Bruce, you're represented by your attorney Ryan Gertz. Mr. Gertz, what's your announcement in Mr. Bruce's case?
Judge, we're asking for a reset to another announcement. This is pretty early on in the case, and I have not had a chance to sit down and go over the discovery with my client.
Okay, this is 2023 case. Okay.
Like some time to do that.
Yeah, this is Travis Bruce on page 2 of the announcement docket, the third case. Give us a reset date. Keep them on announcement.
I'm
Okay,
gonna be out of the country.
okay.
December 4th.
Sure. I'll be
December
back.
4th. Okay, so it'll be December 4th, 2023. Mr. Bruce, your attorney's gonna get a copy of your reset for for December 4th, 2023. Once you get a copy of your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Brian Chance. This is cause number M326384, case of style of state of Texas versus Brian Edwin Chance. Mr. Chance, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Chance, how are you doing?
Really good. How are you?
Okay, I'm doing fine. Now, I see a note here that said this was the last reset on this case, on the pretrial conference docket.
Yeah, Judge, we can put it on the trial docket.
Okay,
It may still get resolved, but
okay, give us a reset date.
Sure. November 13th.
Okay, it's set for trial November 13th, 2023. There's a chance your attorney is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Next case is cause number M327792. Case of style of state of Texas versus Joshua Strong Farrell. Mr. Farrell, your full name is Joshua Strong Farrell.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Farrell?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Farrell. Your case is on the pretrial conference docket. I also have a note. This is the last reset on this one as well. Mr. Gertz, what is your announcement?
same thing, Judge. We'll ask that we put it on the trial docket for the 13th of November.
Okay. Case is reset for trial November 13th, 2023. Mr. Farrell, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. You're welcome. That door is locked, sir. Okay. That's the last case. I think that's his last
That's all you
one.
got for me.
Yes,
But I moved one case,
yes, you did. Let's see.
like 2 cases in 1 week this week.
Let me see, Williamson. Next case is cause number M334262. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Ann Williamson. Are you still in it? I can't get in it. Yeah, but I can't get in it. Okay, here we go. Okay. The court is in session and calls number M334262. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Ann Williamson. Ms. Williamson, is that your full name?
Yes.
Ms. Williamson, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Williamson, do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Williamson, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Williamson? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Williamson, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Jennifer DeLedge. Attorney DeLedge, how are you doing?
Great, how are you, Judge?
I'm doing fine. Now, Ms. DeLedge, do you waive a record in Ms. Williamson's case?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Williamson, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Ann Williamson, on or about October 4th of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense of possession of a controlled substance. Ms. Williamson, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
And to this charge, Ms. Williamson, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Ms. Williamson, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Williamson, is this your signature online that is titled No Contender?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there's one box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature online that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Williamson, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents? And did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand everything that she went over?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Ms. Williamson, are you a citizen of the United States? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now state, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor clear admonishment, and State's Exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit state. Would you like to offer State's Exhibit 1 and 2 into evidence?
Yes, sir.
No objection.
No objection, State's Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted into evidence. Mr. Lodge, you have advised and counseled Ms. Williams. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Williamson, your attorney, Mr. Ledge, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes,
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
yes, sir.
Ms. Williamson, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
We exchange the plea of guilty to no contest, execute to recommend 1 year deferred adjudication, community supervision, $300 fine and court costs, 60 hours community-based service. It's going to run concurrent with the felony probation deferred, in which the defendant is also pled on today. It's referenced in our plea papers, Your Honor.
Okay.
So all other standard terms and conditions.
Okay. What is a court cost? 337. There's not a fee in that you know, drug lab fee. Right now. Mr. Ledge, were you appointed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Okay. Ms. Williamson, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $337. You'll be required to pay probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 each month, a reimbursement fee of $15, attorney's fees of $250, and you'll be required to pay a crime lab fee of $100. Now, your total monthly installments would be $173. However, because you're already on probation, you will not, we're gonna reduce, you will not be required to pay the $60 each month probation fee twice. You're gonna be paying it once in the felony case. And you'll be paying the reimbursement fee once. So we're gonna subtract $75 from this 173, which means that you'll be paying $98 a month. Will you be able to pay the $98 each month? Okay. You will also be required to perform 60 hours of community service. You would also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. And this case will run concurrent with the felony case cause number 23-DC-CR-0880. Ms. Williamson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Williamson, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Williamson, this will conclude your case. If you successfully complete the probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney, Mr. Ledge, about the non-disclosure because she's quite competent in those matters. Now, Ms. Williamson, you're gonna stand next to your attorney in front of our clerk and follow her directions. And once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. You're welcome. And Mr. Ledge, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day. Michaela Jane Brown. Ms. Brown, your full name is Michaela Jane Brown. Ms. Brown, how are you doing? That's good. Now, Ms. Brown, I have before me, well, first of all, Ms. Brown, like you're represented in your case by your attorney, Marcia Norman, is that correct? Now, Ms. Brown, I have before me a motion to dismiss this case that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. Is that correct, State?
That's correct, Joe.
Okay, and the court, I've just signed this motion to dismiss. You can get a copy of this motion to dismiss from our clerk in a few minutes, in about a minute. You can stand in front of the clerk. Once you get a copy of that motion to dismiss, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day.
Just gonna call Mr. Wilkerson's case, because I don't think he's, the client is not here and nor that's voted.
Okay. This is cause number.
Right.
We have Hemingway. Okay, this is cause numbers M330480, cause number M331814. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Bobby Dwayne Hemingway. Mr. Hemingway was scheduled to be in court. Oh, okay.
Fine.
Go to the next one.
Jury trial.
Okay, go to the next one. He's on the trial document. Yeah. This is cause numbers M329880, case of style of the state of Texas versus Gerald Wayne Bryant. Gerald Wayne Bryant was scheduled to be in court this morning. On today's date is October 2nd, 2023. Gerald Wayne Bryant, name was called at about 9 a.m. Gerald Bryant did not answer. a reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Bryan an opportunity to be here. Now, the time now is 12:23 PM on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Gerald Bryant at the courthouse door?
What's the problem?
There he is. Okay. Now, Mr. Bryant, you can come forward. Your case was set for trial. You represented in this case by attorney William Wilkerson. Has Mr. Wilkerson, have you seen Mr. Wilkerson today? Have you talked to him?
Usually he'll be at courtroom 3 handling felony cases, but I didn't see him a while.
Okay, he didn't appear.
I got a message of what he didn't appear at either any court, like he drug court or,
Yeah,
so I don't know.
okay, we called his office, right? And I think the Brilla. Just have a seat, I think. We should know something. You could sit in one of those chairs. We have any bond forfeitures?
That was the one.
That was it? Okay.
All right. So this is what I got for jury trial list that are left by age and by number one setting.
Right.
All right, I got Derek George, that's the special.
That's what
That's the one I got.
with the visiting judge.
Dwayne Carlisle is Macon's number one.
Hold on a minute. Let me do this too.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes, okay.
so Carlisle is number 2 behind.
Behind the visiting judge.
Okay,
And that's what we sit on the docket.
right,
He was the number one case behind the docket.
right.
Then by age, it goes
Well, yeah,
Gerald Bryant,
Bryant, it would be 3.
that'll be number 3.
Okay.
Then Catherine Cormier, life one.
Well, that's 3. I mean, was that 4?
Four.
4. Okay.
Then Robin Marzi,
Number 5.
5.
Right.
Juan Rodriguez,
Rodriguez, who is that?
Odell.
Right, that's 6.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
7 is Danielle King with John West.
West. Where's West? Oh, that's King. What number is that?
7.
7. Okay.
That's all, that's what I got.
Okay.
Everything else is. You're 7.
Okay.
All right, the cool one.
Yeah.